over Earth's 4.6 billion year history. One group of creatures ruled the planet for an astonishing 160 million years. Back then, no other species could challenge their reign. They were the dinosaurs. But even this seemingly unstoppable empire was no match for an unexpected catastrophe. When disaster struck, not even the kings of the ancient world could escape extinction. So what really happened on the dinosaurs' final day? And why do so many scientists believe a massive asteroid is to blame at the now famous Tanis fossil site? Paleontologists uncovered the terrifying truth behind that ancient day 66 million years ago. Among the findings, a dinosaur fossil so perfectly preserved. Its joints remained intact, its skin still wrapped around its bones, and not a single bite mark anywhere to be seen. CT scans revealed something chilling. This creature was torn apart by a force so immense, it could sever a body in an instant. That kind of force likely came from something far beyond a predator. Something like a massive flood or a violent shockwave unlike anything we've ever witnessed. At the same time, another astonishing discovery emerged. One that further reinforced the catastrophic force behind the event. In 2019, paleontologists unearthed an almost fully intact turtle fossil from the Cretaceous period. But what they found inside was horrifying. A wooden branch had pierced straight through its body, from the head all the way to the tail. Just like the dinosaur fossil, there were no signs of predation or decay, only evidence of a massive violent impact. It was clear this creature didn't just die. It was struck down by overwhelming force, thrown with such power that it was impaled by a tree. This wasn't just a localized tragedy. It was something far greater, a devastating blow strong enough to shake the entire ecosystem to its core. And yet even these two discoveries weren't enough to definitively link the extinction of the dinosaurs to an asteroid impact. That changed when scientists uncovered a fossilized fish from the same time period. Inside the fish's skull, they found tiny spherical particles, strange, round pellets embedded deep within its bones. Tests revealed something shocking. The chemical makeup of these particles didn't match anything from Earth. They were likely fragments of the asteroid itself, blasted into space by the initial impact. Some of these high-speed fragments had re-entered Earth's atmosphere and rained back down, some landing in the ocean, where fish unknowingly inhaled them into their gills. This moment, this fish became the smoking gun. The strongest piece of evidence yet that a cosmic collision truly brought about the end of the dinosaurs. After the asteroid struck Earth, tons of debris were blasted into space with unimaginable force. Some fragments traveled so fast they escaped Earth's gravity entirely and may have even landed on the moon. But most were pulled back down by gravity. Some crashed into oceans, where fish unknowingly inhaled the particles into their gills and died almost instantly, along with a growing body of other evidence. Led scientists to a chilling conclusion. There's an extremely high probability that an asteroid impact was the true cause behind the dinosaurs' extinction. And this is how the disaster may have begun, a colossal asteroid nearly 10 kilometers wide. Known today as the Chicxulub impactor, came hurtling toward Earth from the depths of space at a staggering speed of 70,000 kilometers per hour. There was no warning, no chance to prepare. It slammed into the ocean near what is now Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. In that instant, it was as if Earth had been struck by a cosmic pause button. The explosion was beyond comprehension, equal to 1 billion times the force of the Hiroshima atomic bomb, within a 1,500-kilometer radius. Everything, every living thing was instantly vaporized. Towering tsunamis ripped through the oceans. While on land, a firestorm engulfed the skies in a wall of flames. Over 3 trillion tons of debris were blasted into the atmosphere. Shock waves sped outward at thousands of kilometers per hour, triggering earthquakes and volcanic eruptions around the globe. The energy unleashed from that single impact sent the entire planet into chaos. Dust and particles filled the atmosphere, blocking out sunlight, disrupting the climate, and plunging Earth into a long, dark winter. Meanwhile, a monstrous tsunami was spreading outward in all directions. Waves tens of meters high swallowed coastal forests, grasslands, and entire habitats in a matter of moments, thousands of kilometers from the impact site. In what is now known as Tanis, a quiet river delta some 3,000 kilometers away, life went on as usual. Dinosaurs grazed. They drank from streams, completely unaware that an apocalyptic force was rushing their way. When the first seismic waves reached Tanis, the ground began to violently shake. Rivers surged and overflowed, the land cracked open, trees collapsed. Then came the wall, a towering 10-meter-high surge of water, racing upstream, swallowing everything in its path. Even large dinosaurs struggled to stay upright, fell into the floodwaters, and were quickly buried in mud and debris. That was the final moment of their lives. But this was only the beginning. What followed was even more catastrophic: the meteorite rain, blazing like molten fireballs, traveling at several kilometers per second. They slammed into the ground with deadly force. Forests ignited. Massive wildfires broke out across continents. The skies filled with ash and smoke, and the sunlight completely vanished. Earth descended into darkness. Scientists call this period the impact winter. In this state, sunlight could no longer penetrate the dense shroud of dust and soot. Global temperatures plummeted. Plants that relied on photosynthesis began to die off in massive numbers, and with them the herbivores starved. Without prey, the carnivorous dinosaurs followed. One after another, the food chain collapsed, and with it, an entire empire came to an end. Extreme cold, famine, wildfires, acid rain. Disasters came one after another. Within just a few months of the impact, over 75% of all species on Earth were wiped out. Most dinosaurs didn't even get the chance to escape. They were swallowed instantly by tsunamis, burned alive by falling fireballs, or choked by clouds of toxic smoke. Only a handful of creatures managed to survive, and most of them were small, adaptable, and capable of enduring sudden environmental change. The age of the dinosaurs came to a silent end. Their once mighty kingdoms, towering skeletons and earth-shaking roars, all buried forever beneath the layers of time. Only scattered fossils remain, whispers from the past, telling us of a world that once was. But the story doesn't end there. Dinosaurs never fully disappeared. Today's birds, yes, birds, are their direct descendants, evolving from small feathered dinosaurs. They managed to survive the mass extinction. Over millions of years, they continued to adapt, to diversify, and to become an irreplaceable part of today's ecosystems. As scientists look back on that extinction event, they continue to uncover new truths. While the asteroid impact remains the leading theory, other possible causes have been proposed, including massive volcanic eruptions and dramatic climate shifts. In fact, the Deccan Traps in present-day India, one of the largest volcanic formations on Earth, erupted around the same time as the asteroid impact. These eruptions released enormous amounts of gas and ash, potentially accelerating global cooling. But a deadly combination of catastrophes that finally brought the dinosaurs' reign to an end. The catastrophic mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period didn't just wipe out the dinosaurs, it cleared the path for something entirely new. With the fall of these ancient giants, tiny, seemingly insignificant mammals suddenly had space to thrive. And over millions of years, they evolved, diversified. Until one day they gave rise to us, humans. So in a strange twist of fate, if that world-ending asteroid had never struck, we might not exist at all. Instead, the Earth could still be ruled by some highly evolved, intelligent form of dinosaur people. The extinction of the dinosaurs was one of the most profound turning points in the history of life. It reminds us that, no matter how dominant a species may be, it can never outmatch the raw power of nature or the randomness of the cosmos. The possibility of another asteroid impact still looms. Tell us what you think in the comments. Drop a like, share this video with your dinosaur-loving friends. And don't forget to subscribe to Top Bit for more mind-blowing mysteries of planet Earth coming next.